Hey there, it's Karen. Welcome back for another third episode of Stop Emotional Abuse. I don't know about you, but I can definitely get triggered. And when I'm triggered, I get very reactive. It's very hard for me to hold back my reaction. So this is why I asked Andrea J. Lee to help me out and for how does she address that moment of being triggered. And she shared a really powerful question that's quite simple that she asks herself when she's triggered that can basically alchemize that moment so that she is not harmful to the person that she loves. So before we get into that, I'd love to share a definition of a trigger. This is from Beverly Engel's book, The Emotionally Abusive Relationship. And she says, triggers are suppressed or repressed fears, insecurities, anger, resentments, or regrets that cause automatic and often intense emotional reactions when activated. These intense reactions can be abusive in themselves, can be experienced as abusive by your partner, or can in turn trigger abusive reactions within you. By identifying the specific situations, actions, words, or events that trigger these emotional reactions, you can begin to anticipate and manage them better and avoid some of your abusive behavior. So it sounds like you are able now to stop yourself or do certain things when you get triggered or where something happens that in the past might have made you be lashed out or be harmful. I know you can't really answer this question, but what does it take to move beyond triggers?
Yeah, so when it comes to triggers, I think what's most useful is to look deep underneath the trigger for what it's signaling. So if you're triggered by, I don't know, what's a good example? Let's say you're triggered by someone in your life who hasn't paid you the attention you want, and you're feeling like that person should pay you more attention. And you could feel yourself. I call it that the acidity level of your emotions is going up, like that the pH, like in a fish tank. It's like that feeling of I'm unhappy, I'm getting angry, I feel upset, that like you can feel that start to turn up. That immediately the best question you can possibly ask is like, what am I not getting that I need? This person is behaving a certain way, and that's a behavior that's causing a change in me. What is it that I'm not getting that I need? And in this example, it could be anything, right? Like, I feel neglected. I feel like I'm invisible. Um, I don't feel loved. I am in pain about something and I don't have anybody to talk to about it. And I wish I could talk to this person about it. Once you identify it, it's really beautiful. Like, then immediately the pH, the acidity level stops rising. It's like, oh, I got it. I hear it. I feel it. And now it's like, okay, then that acidity level can start to subside. And it subsides even more, right? When we say, I really just really wanted to like talk about this one thing and they're leaving. And I'm like, so how can I get that need met? There's a whole hundreds of things you could do. Like you could say, I know you're leaving right now, but I wanted to, talk about something. Do you have 3 minutes right now or 5 minutes right now just to hear me out on this one thing? And then, I think I'll be okay. And, of course, I know you need to go do that, whatever. Or you could do it for yourself. You could say, I could really feel that all I'm looking for is a place to feel like I'm okay, that I have this thing that's bugging me. So you might journal, or you might go play piano really mad, or you might go for like a walk or do a dance, class or something like that. But consciously getting your need met to say, you know what, I feel rejected or whatever it is, and in order to not feel that way, I'm going to go do these things. And that's when that pH starts to drop, and all of a sudden you're out of your trigger.
That's amazing. Many years ago, I used to be completely oblivious to even knowing that I had needs. took me a while to recognize that every human in existence has needs, and that our needs are important and valuable. And, you know, learning about my needs and what does my inner child need, and taking care of my own inner child has been a focus of my healing for the last years. What is it that you need that you are not getting? And then finding the way to meet that need consciously. Thank you to Andrea for that gem. I know I'm going to be using it. And let me know in the comments below if you found that valuable. In our next video, we are exploring how abusiveness is contagious. And because of that, if you are being abusive, chances are you've picked that up somewhere. And because of that, you ought not to shame yourself for it, and removing some of the stigma about being abusive. I can't wait to share that with you. And until then, let's stop being abusive and let's stop being abused. Much love. Take care.